I know which one you're talking about too. Out of that, is it in that book? It's got I Dream of Jeannie with the light blue hair and races.
Well, yeah, I know. I was wondering, Africa's good. I don't know what it is. Fifty recently speaking monster stuff. I think we're not playing that either. Or any other
All the
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Great.
Ah, game on.
There's a lot of people here for such a small. I know we're graduating. Big Panther.
Sunshine.
So should we keep playing?
Nope. Rest your lips.
All right.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 117th Convocation of the University of Windsor. Convocation is about to begin, and our graduates will soon enter the Convocation Hall. Before we begin the festivities, I'd just like to go over a few housekeeping items with you. In the event of an emergency, there are exits clearly located throughout the facility. As a courtesy to our graduates and all of our invited guests, we ask that you silence all cell phones and leave them silent throughout the ceremony. During the conferral of the degrees, the orator shall read the name of each graduate. As the orator reads each name from the card, the student will approach either the chancellor or the president. Grad images will be taking photos of your graduates. As they cross the stage, we ask that you remain in the guest seating area. Please respect our usher's instructions. As a courtesy to all our graduates and invited guests, we ask that you remain for the entire ceremony. This day has been years in the making, as I'm sure many of you know, and we are so proud of each and every one of our graduates. The student procession is about to begin. Please rise if you are able for the Brown Bear singers and dancers who will be leading in the celebration for the graduates in First Nations fashion.
Stand up, wait for them to sit down. Like everybody else, you should be standing the whole time, like on the first ones.
Yeah. I kneel for the national anthem. Or so, okay.
What's that?
I'm gonna be kneeling for the anthem.
Welcome again to the 117th Convocation of the University of Windsor. If you've not already done so, please silence your cell phones at this time. I ask that all graduates, friends, and family remain in their seats until the conclusion of the ceremony. The faculty will now enter the auditorium. Again, if you are able, please rise for the Chancellor's party.
Wanabasho Nindawe Maganaduk, Ishkote Makatsan Kwan Dees the Cars Mondo them. We catch it on and Dunjaba. Buddha Wadami Odawa Nishnabi Kwanda. This week, Medawin. I introduce myself in my spirit name. I'm Fire Moccasin Woman. I'm from the Loon clan. My father's the Potawatomi, and my mother's the Odawa, and she's Jajak or Crane clan. I live on Valedictorian territory, north of where we are, excuse me, and it is the home or the capital of the Three Fires Confederacy, and that's where I live. I belong to the Three Fires Badawin Lodge, and I'm third degree. This has been an interesting week for me, very interesting. And I'll tell you a little story before we do the opening prayer. When we started here the other day, it was really amazing, because as I watched all of the students come into the building, come to sit down, there was such an energy, a different kind of energy that came in with the ones there, and it is continuing to come in. This place, Windsor, is the third stopping place in the migration of the Anishinaabe people from the East Coast to the West. That happened hundreds and thousands of years ago. This was one of the places. And if you ask some of the ladies that were here, and maybe some of the ones that were here, they could feel it. It was like a hummingbird piercing through a bubble that sent a vibration out to the universe. That was also the same time as the planets were lining up. That was also the same time of the full moon. So that to me is the significance of this. The other significance happened today, and I'd like to share that with you if I can. When I was on my way here for this one, for this time for all of you, I looked up in the sky, and there were 7 rainbows that were starting in the west, across the sky, and landed on the other side. 7 of them. All the beautiful colors in the sky, and it went across the water. To me, those are very significant things as we look at what is happening in the world today. It's most significant. And hopefully, you can all come to understand the significance of the earth and of creation, to the way you live your life, the way you are on this creation, and your future of where you are going. I would like to also take the moment to help you center yourself and ground yourself so that you can be fully present. And I know it's warm, but just take a moment. Take one moment, take a good breath inside of you and hold it, bring all the goodness of the universe in you and blow out the negative that you may be carrying. You can breathe in again, and just all that goodness of all the good feelings around us, and blow out the negative as I do the opening prayer. Abajuma Shomas, Ishkote Makasan Kwandis Nikas, Mondo Dem, Bikajan and Dunjaba, Budawadami Odawa Nishnabi Kwanda, Nismi, Badaman. Chimiquachikashamnador. For sending us those things that guided us here today, for all those ancient ones who have watched over us since time immemorial, all of those ones that are watching over the ones here today, all their families, their friends, all of those things. Say, Mommy Gwendomer, I'm grateful for all of those things. Chimigwech for the sun that travels across the sky during the day, for the moon that travels across the sky during the night, and the earth, the one who's following her original instructions. She provides the water we drink, the air we breathe, and the food we eat. I say, Chimigwech to you. Chimigwech for all those things we see and all those things we cannot see. Chimigwech the wind, the rain, the ice, the snow, the rocks, and the fire. The four-legged, the two-legged, the winged ones that fly in the air, things that crawl on the earth, things that swim in the water. I say, Chimigwech to you. Chimigwech for the 4 directions, for the 4 colors of man, the yellow, the red, the black, and the white. I say, Chimigwech. Chimigwech for all that is created here. from the plants, the animals, the four-legged, the two-legged, the winged ones that fly in the air, things that crawl in the air, things that swim in the water. So Chimigwech. Chimigwech for all the spiritual leaders around the world. Watch over them, keep them safe, help them with the songs, the ceremonies, the drums, the shakers, and the teachings that they have. Because we are one body, one heart, one mind, one spirit, one soul, and one voice in the universe. I say Chimigwech to you for taking care of us and watching over us this day. Chimigwech, 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 Nakanagana, all my relations. Oh.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Qu'à ton bras se porte le pays, il se porte la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Good afternoon. I declare the 117th Convocation of the University of Windsor open. Please remain standing while Lorraine Chandler, Acting University Registrar, delivers the territorial acknowledgement and the reflection.
We acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional territory of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, the Ojibwa, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi. As we make this land acknowledgement, it is important that we continue to do the work to address systemic and historic injustices that Indigenous peoples have experienced. This day marks a new beginning, particularly for those who are about to celebrate their graduation. It is only fitting that we come together to recognize your achievements and commemorate your successes as you continue to your lifelong quest for knowledge and excellence. I ask that you take a moment to reflect on those who guided you along your path of learning, to appreciate our families, our teachers, our peers, the world in which we live, and all that inspires us.
Please be seated. I now call upon our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Robert Gordon, to address Convocation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chancellor Haddad, Board of Governors, Alumni Association members, faculty, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, family, and of course, our incredible graduates. Welcome to the University of Windsor's 117th Convocation ceremony. Today we gather to celebrate the families and graduates who have traveled from around the corner, across the province of Ontario, and around the world. It's truly a privilege to welcome you here, with thousands more also joining us through the Convocation live stream. After more than 2 years of pandemic life, it certainly is great to be able to honor and celebrate our graduates in person to recognize their exceptional talents and accomplishments. I know it certainly hasn't been easy. During your time at the University of Windsor, you have shown determination, persistence, perseverance, and dedication, and we are truly proud of all of you. Although we're gathering off campus in the WFCU Center, we look forward to hosting future convocation ceremonies back on campus in our new state-of-the-art Toldo Lancer Center, opening up a little bit later on this summer to University of Windsor students, faculty, staff, alumni, and our surrounding community members. Today, however, we gather to celebrate graduates from the Faculty of Law, undergraduate and graduate programs. Parents and other family members of graduates, I can certainly see the pride you all share in the graduates today. It's your commitment and continued support that has helped to make everything we celebrate this afternoon possible. And I want to personally thank each and every one of you. Today is also your day, so thank you very much. During this convocation ceremonies, we celebrate more than 3,000 graduates that make up the University of Windsor class of 2022, and almost 1,300 returning graduates from both the classes of 2020 and 2021. As you embark in this next chapter in your lives and careers, please remember to instill, cultivate, and reward empathy. In my own career, I've had the tremendous honor of working alongside truly empathetic and compassionate professionals, academics, and students. Their commitment to empathy and lifelong learning is certainly something I hope you will all take as you achieve your own life and career aspirations. As you cross the stage today, making a significant milestone in your academic journeys, you will also be joining a network of nearly 150,000 University of Windsor alumni from more than 120 countries around the world. Your perseverance has paid off, and I know each and every one of you has an amazing story of leadership, scholarship, and service to tell. So to all of our exceptional graduates today, no matter what you do in the future, continue to exert your talents, distinguish yourself, take advantage of the opportunities that come your way, and please leave your mark on this world. On behalf of everyone at the University of Windsor, I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations to all of you on the significance of your achievements. Congratulations to everybody.
It is now my privilege to ask Professor Reem Badi, Dean of the Faculty of Law, to present today's honorary degree.
Chancellor Haddad, it is my great honor and pleasure to present to you today Alan Stitt for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Alan Stitt is the president and CEO of ADR Chambers, the largest private alternative dispute resolution company in the world. He is also president of the Stitt-Feld Handy Group, the largest ADR training company in Canada. For the past 30 years, he has been mediating large commercial disputes throughout Canada and internationally. Stitt received the President's Medal and the Board of Governors Medal on completion of his studies at Windsor Law and the University of Detroit Mercy's dual degree program. He went on to earn his LLM at Harvard and then teach courses in alternative dispute resolution and negotiation around the globe, including at Windsor Law. He has since won both the Alumni Award of Excellence and the Distinguished Alumni Award. And among his many accomplishments, Alan Stitt is a distinguished fellow and a member of the Board of Governors of the International Academy of Mediators, while also being a chartered mediator. He is a Canadian delegate to the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law and helped negotiate the Singapore Convention on the enforcement of international mediation agreements. He was also the inaugural chair of the board of the Sports Dispute Resolution Centre of Canada and has served as president of the ADR Institute of Ontario, the ADR Institute of Canada, and the Ontario Bar Association ADR section, which has recognized him with an award for excellence. Chancellor Haddad, it is for these reasons and many more that I present to you Alan Stitt for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Gotta get hooded. Here we go. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Ontario and in accordance with the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Windsor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and honors here and elsewhere thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Stitt. Gives me great pleasure to call upon Dr. Alan Stitt to address Convocation.
Chancellor, President, members of the University administration, faculty, graduates, honored guests. Thank you very much for this great honor. I'm very honored by it. Before I say anything to you, I want to acknowledge members of my family who've made the trip with me today, and I want to thank them very much for coming. My mother has made the trip, but very challenging for her. And my mother is responsible for teaching me the characteristics, attributes, and skills that have allowed me to do what I've done. My children, Jason, Melanie, and Lindsay, are here. They are all very successful in the careers that they've chosen, but far more importantly, they have become really good, ethical, kind people, and I'm extremely proud of them. My partner, Lisa, is also here. Thank you very much for helping me when I needed it most through the challenging times. And also, thank you for helping me really enjoy and love the good times. Thank you, all of you, for your love and support, and I love you. Now, I know that usually the address to the graduates is about follow your dreams and the money will come later. And it's not that that's not true, because it is, but that's not what I'm going to talk to you about today. What I'm going to talk to you about is I'm going to give you a tool, a key to allow you to have success in whatever it is you do, whatever path it is you take to follow your dreams. And I'm going to give you this trick that a few people have, although they don't usually share it, not because they don't like to, but often because they don't know that they have it. And yes, yet it's very clear that this is something that results in success. And I'm going to talk to you about two areas specifically. One is your ability to forecast, to predict. And when you become lawyers, you're certainly going to be asked to predict outcomes of trial, outcomes of negotiations, how long things will take. You'll also need to predict things at home with friends, with family, with colleagues. And the second thing I'm going to give you a tip for is how to be more persuasive. And that's another very important skill for you. Being persuasive at work, persuading your clients, persuading the lawyers on the other side, persuading partners in the firm, associates, staff, persuading your partner, your children, your parents, your friends, your neighbors. The art of persuasion is crucial. And the really good news is the tips I'm going to give you in those two areas are actually the same thing. It's one tip, and it works in both areas. And the tip is about having confidence. I'm going to talk to you about the importance of confidence. And here's the key. The less confidence you have, the more successful you will be. I didn't get that mixed up. I meant it. The less confidence you have, the more successful you will be. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. And I'm going to start by looking at forecasting, predicting. A lot of work has been done recently on people who try to forecast uncertain events, try to predict uncertain events. Work's been done, I first came across it through Professor Kahneman, who some of you may know, wrote my favorite book, Thinking Fast and Slow, but this was in the book, his new book, Noise. And Philip Tetlock has done work in this area, Adam Grant as well. What they found was that they did studies with people where they had them predict what was going to happen for uncertain events, whether wars would occur, geopolitical events, economic events, and they tried to get them to predict, to forecast what would happen. What they found, first of all, was that 98% of people who tried to predict were not that great at it, and certainly were a lot worse than they thought they were at it. They thought they were a lot better than they really were. But they found that there was this 2% of super forecasters who continually did better than everybody else in all areas. They got it right when others got it wrong. They weren't always right, certainly, but they had far better success. And when they tried new experiments, this 2% continued to succeed. So they had to figure out what was it about this 2% that allowed them to succeed. And it wasn't that they had so much greater intelligence. They were slightly smarter than the average, but there were lots of more intelligent people in the 98%. It wasn't that they worked harder. They did work a little bit harder, but lots of harder workers in the 98%. What they found was that they were continually challenging their ideas. They were genuinely open to being wrong. They were not confident in their views. They sought out contradictory views. And when you think about yourself and think about whether you can put yourself in that 2%, think about a controversial issue, whether vaccines or abortion or politics or whatever the controversial issue is that you want to think about. Do you seek out articles and books that say the opposite, with the genuine goal of trying to understand what they're saying, trying to really learn from them, to try to really gain their perspective? Do you seek out people who take the opposite view, not for the purpose of convincing them that they're wrong, but for the purpose of really getting a sense of where they're coming from, understanding it? These 2% are continually open to be corrected, open to change. And if they do change, then they start looking back the other way and say, what persuaded me originally and what am I missing here? They're always looking to change their minds, always looking to improve. For those of you who are familiar with apps, you know when people create new apps, they start with a beta. These people, they said, had perpetual beta. That was their life, perpetual beta. They were always in trial. They were always looking for, how am I wrong? How can I get it better? How can I correct? And so if you want to be one of those super forecasters, you want to predict, that's what you have to do. Put yourself in perpetual beta. Look for the other side and be genuinely open to those ideas, open-minded, looking to improve. The second area I talked about was how to persuade. We all know the least effective way to persuade. The least effective way we have to persuade is tell someone why we're right and why they're wrong. And yet that's what we almost always do. But should we really be surprised when we do that and the other person says, no, you're wrong, I'm right, let me tell you why, let me explain why? We shouldn't really be surprised because they are doing exactly what we are doing. We are showing that we're closed to their ideas, and therefore they're showing that they're closed to ours. If we want them to hear our ideas and say, okay, I want to really think about that. I want to genuinely consider it. If it's right, I want to accept it. If I have questions, I'll ask questions about it, but I want to really understand it. I really want to get into your head and know what you're saying. If we want them to react that way, how can we expect that behavior in them if we're not prepared to exhibit that behavior ourselves? So if you want them to be persuaded by you, you have to model the behavior that you want them to exhibit. Show yourself to be genuinely curious, genuinely open to their ideas. Really listen to what they have to say, and they will more likely listen to you. There's a famous story about a partner in a firm who called in the articling student at 5 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, when partners sometimes call in articling students, and said, I've got this case, really good client, and we really need some help with this. The problem is the case is a real dud. Let me tell you the facts. And the partner sets out the facts, and it's a really, really tough case. And the partner says, I don't know if we can come up with anything, but I at least want to be able to put on a good show. It's a very good client. I want to be able to think of some arguments that I can use to at least sound good. So the student goes away and works through the entire weekend, and there's nothing obvious. So the student finds some law review articles and looks at cases in other countries. And the more research the student does, the more the student's able to craft an argument. The student comes back in Monday morning and says, I've got some great news. Not only do I think that you can make a decent argument, but I actually think we might be able to win this thing. Listen to what I can do and how I can analogize and make a good case. And the partner said, I'm so glad to hear you say that, because actually we represent the other side, but I was worried you would take this case too lightly. I want you to now figure out how to defeat those arguments, because that's what we really have to do. And that's a classic example of trying to get people to see the other side, to not be set on your own ideas, to not be confident that you're right. The really good news is, for both forecasting and for being more persuasive, you can all do it. You can all become better at it. You can become less confident. You can become more genuinely open to other ideas, genuinely curious. It's challenging, it's not easy, but you can all do it. And my suggestion to you is that it's worth the effort, and that if you do make the effort, then when you follow your dreams, the money will follow. Thank you very much.
Green, you're up.
It is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce Windsor Law's Class of 2022 Valedictorian, David Petawanakwat. David represents the class of 2022 in exemplifying his devotion to community involvement, leadership, and Windsor Law values. As a dual JD student, he has balanced commitments to his studies and his roles as president of the Squamish Student Law Society, membership on the Windsor Law Equity and Diversity Committee, and our admissions committee, as well as holding various teaching and research assistant positions. Beyond all this, David is a community leader and an activist in Detroit, and he's also a frequent contributor at events addressing truth and reconciliation on both sides of the border. David is Windsor Law's first Indigenous valedictorian. And his presence in this role is a result of his worthiness, to be sure. It's also a result of this class' collective desire to advance the agenda of truth and reconciliation in the legal profession. We're all here today because we lift up one another. We share our light and we contribute to one another's story. Thank you, David, for representing your class and Windsor Law in all these important and beautiful ways. And I give you David Petawanakwat.
Ani. Iwi. Nama iwi nan maba asema. Minwa. No dewi nanen gidaba. Gidi nimagum. Miigwech. Manadog. Iajig. Nudanong. Iajig nibing. Iajig shkoding. Minwa iajig aking. Miigwech. Manadog, Iajig, Gawadanong, Wabanong, Jawanong, Minwa, Ipan, Gishmuk. Good afternoon to all our honorable guests, family, staff, distinguished faculty, and my friends. It is my honor to welcome you to the 117th Windsor Convocation. Before I begin, I wanted to give a heartfelt thank you to all the faculty and staff who have been alongside us through this tumultuous journey. Your dedication and tutelage toward the students in your care has been felt and undoubtedly contributed to our growth as lifelong learners. I would also like to thank all the moms, dads, and extended family here watching from home today. Your loved one's success is at least partially attributable to their upbringing, and I can only imagine the sense of pride you might be feeling for this monumental accomplishment. I know I have my own father, Athena, Edie, John, and my sister Angela in the crowd today, and I'd like to thank them personally. I would also like to thank the selection committee and the dean for giving me the opportunity to speak to everyone today. Being the first in-person convocation in 2 years, the importance of this moment cannot be understated. I was very happy to learn that the class of 2020 and the class of 2021 are at least in part joining us today. A friend of mine once said to me that it seemed like there was always enough time for hellos, but never enough time for sad goodbyes. It appears we have time for both today. So let me just put it this way. I've missed many of you. I'm glad we're seeing each other again, and I'm grateful we are being sent off together. When I was preparing for this moment, I had a difficult time trying to put my feelings about the past few years onto paper and what I could possibly say that would not only leave you with a sense of accomplishment, but a sense of hope and encouragement for the future. I started to replay some of the moments in my head about what has happened and what needs to happen in the coming months, and I promise I'm not here to talk about the bar exam. But in doing so, I had what we call an epiphany. I thought to myself, by God, this is a story. I've been told by some that I've been given the gift of storytelling, and so the story I want to tell today is a reflection on the tale of us, the class of 2022. As you all know from your first year Indigenous Legal Orders course, storytelling is a means to pass down legal traditions from one generation to the next. Not necessarily your hardline ratios and statutory requirements, but guideposts that can help us make sound decisions in times of adversity. Among the Anishinaabe, the time for storytelling is reserved for winter, because summer is the time reserved for hard work. Now, even though there is no longer snow on the ground, I believe our story is one worth telling as we transition from our final winter semester to our first jobs in the legal profession. All of you will inevitably be mentors to future generations someday, if you are not already. It is my hope that you bring our story to the next generation so that they may overcome their struggles. In the words of one of my favorite poets, Ben Okri, stories can conquer fear. They can do this because they make the heart bigger. For my salutation this morning, I greeted you in the Anishinaabe language, which is the mother language of the land we're on today. The most basic greeting in the language when acknowledging another is expressed in one simple word, ani, ani. Now, many think this word to mean hello, which is true because that is what it's used for. But the actual meaning, when loosely translated to English, is I am here. In a literal sense, it was a way to acknowledge another's light in the woods when they might not know you're coming. Figuratively, I think the acknowledgement of another's light source speaks to our shared humanity. It is when we search and find each other's light that our hospitality becomes community. We accomplish this through the recognition of our shared vulnerabilities, experiences, and hope. The class of 2022 probably had the most unique experience across all law schools, across all time. From day one of orientation, we watched issues of national importance, maybe even international importance, play out locally, here in Windsor and at the law school specifically. For example, after decades of advocacy, and for the first time, we witnessed truth and reconciliation between Indigenous people in Canada advance toward a level of national discussion. We also watched, in real time, the hurt that accompanies those hard talks. The unceded territory of the Wet'suwet'en people is over 4,000 kilometers away from Windsor, a dozen treaty lands to the west. But when the national call came to resist after the assault on Indigenous sovereignty in their territory, Wet'suwet'en was suddenly right here in Windsor. It was in Toronto, and it was in Ottawa. I can tell you, it is the most lonely place in the world, staring down the barrel of a gun. There is no light to be found there. But in what many saw as the darkest hour for reconciliation, many of you showed up. And suddenly it did not feel as lonely anymore. A whole new generation of law students hit the streets and said, this matters to us. It matters for this country. And in doing so, you advanced reconciliation. You see, it's our collective humanity that shines a light on these topics, many of which have been ignored for too long, and it ultimately brought many of us closer together. Then, of course, COVID happened, and we were driven apart through no fault of our own. A common theme in many convocation speeches is the acknowledgement of change, which is one of those rare universal truths. Society is always changing, and thus the law is always evolving. And in doing so, we must adapt. I just don't think any of us anticipated how fast we would have to adapt. Some of us got sick. We were separated from our families. Some of us even lost loved ones. It would not feel right if I did not acknowledge us here today. But as quickly as we were knocked down by the forces of nature, we got up and we began searching for one another again. And what we were able to accomplish was nothing short of an amazing feat. We moved to an online format. We organized our advocacy remotely. We took on internships, clinics, panels, interviews, international moot court, all done through a medium where we could not always see each other's light, but we always knew it was there. We knew it was there because that is how bright your glow is, just like it is right now. Even so, the light of every new generation brings its own fair share of shadows. And some of those shadows have been following us for much longer than many of us realize. Of the most challenging and consequential issues we faced in our time here is one that tears at the fabric of our community. It blocks our line of sight when we need to see the furthest. It distracts us from hearing what needs to be heard. Of course, what I'm talking about is racism, and in particular, anti-Blackness. As we have experienced, anti-racist work is hard. It is uncomfortable. It is not without consequence, and it must be done. Please believe me when I say, and I'm telling you this with tears in my eyes, that the roots of colonialism run deep and they grow uncontrollably without great care. It will require the effort of everyone, no matter what your background, to root out the inequities that are hidden underneath the surface of our institutions. I have no doubt that we are up to the task. I truly believe that some of the most consequential leaders for the future of this country will come from the class of 2022. To all those who undertook this work, we see you. I see you. And I want to thank you for rekindling a flame that will be visible for generations to come. Over the past 3 years, I've watched with great faith as my friends and colleagues tackle these issues by seeing a light in each other that I think represents not only the best practice in lawyering, but maybe the best of humanity. It was not easy. We all know that light exists on a spectrum. Sometimes our light might shine so bright that others have to squint to prevent a temporary blindness. Other times, our light might be so dim that others have to squint to see it at all. I cannot promise you that there will not be dark times ahead. New and old challenges face us every day. If the last 3 years have taught me anything, is that there's much work to be done. But if you keep your eyes open, look for each other's light, no matter how dim, we will be all right. Congratulations to the class of 2022. You are seen, you are worthwhile, you're exactly where you need to be, and I wish you luck on your journey. Thank you very much.
I now invite the acting provost and vice president academic, Dr. Patty Weir, to make the presentation of student awards.
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, faculty, staff, graduates, and invited guests. Board of Governors medals are awarded to the graduating undergraduate students who have achieved the highest academic standing in the faculty. The medals will be presented by Mr. Bruce Tucker, member of the Board of Governors of the University of Windsor. Juris Doctor Leslie Catherine Schumacher. Juris Doctor Canadian and American Program, Alexandra Jacqueline Matthew. And from 2020-2021, Caitlin Danielle Drury. Madam Chancellor, I would now ask that Reem Bhatti, Dean of the Faculty of Law, proceed to the podium to present the candidates from the Faculty of Law.
Madam Chancellor, the following are the candidates for master's degree in the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Mahshid Talabakal Kaya. Catherine Edith Campbell Kumka. Natasha Marie Daly. Catherine Elizabeth Pfaff. Hannah Elizabeth Pye Robbins. Danielle Marthez Talbot. Valerie Curie. Madam Chancellor, the following are the candidates in the Faculty of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor. Dana Auckland. Catherine Madison Gomez Acliados. Adnan Ali. Andrew William Allen. Misbah Anis. Ashley Ash. Aveline Kaur Benwaite. Gurkirat Singh Bath. Marco Domenico Bellissimo. Navjot Benipal. Aksa Bhatti. Andrea Marie Bracaglia. Sydney David Brejak. Angus James Monahan Chalmers. Ember Cassidy Ray Chapdelaine. Matthew Youngchun Cheng. Micheline Alice Wigley Chevrier. Julia Marie Ciccone. Caitlin Ann Clement. Ben Aaron Cecil. Joseph and Anthony De La Sarre. Amy Charmaine Desir. Justin Anthony DiCamillo. Alexandra Caroline Domaradsky. Samantha Joyce D'Souza Sen. Sarah Giovanna Durchikova. Jacqueline Ebo. Brianna Jacqueline Elliott. Mariama Elmi. Jonathan Wakelin. Michael Fazari. Alejandro Lucas Fitzman. Ty Mitchell Fox. Ronya Francie. Juliana Gallify. Robin Melka Goldberg. Emily Claire Goldstein. Claudia Grabkowska. Arfi Abdi Muhammad Hagi Yusuf. Ashley April Harry Persad.
Names are tough.
Lawrence Christopher Hennigar. James Michael Hickey. Dalal Hiji. Jessica Jenny Holroyd. Roxana Seville Jahani Aval. Karen Joshi. Brahmand Singh Kamboj. Nishit Karthikeyan. Miriam Jasmine Katak. Emily Marie Klustra. Maya Koparkar. Megan Mackenzie Kern. Chloe Kurtsakas. Madam Chancellor, I would now ask that Professor Lisa Trabucco proceed to continue presenting the candidates from the Faculty of Law.
Madam Chancellor, the following are candidates in the Faculty of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor. Christiane Elizabeth Jacqueline Labelle. Nicole April Laberge. Melanie Anne Lebudek. Sheldon Yukshun Leung. Devin Thomas Lundy. Dylan Matthew McIsaac. Christina McKenzie. Ian Mitchell Manser. Corey Vincent Matina. Victoria Kirsten Maxwell Taransky. Lauren Mazuka. Lloyd McStevens O'Melabella. Thank you, Harry. Harry Mayteen. Jonathan Mihick. Monica Muscaderi. My pal. Sarat Mustafa. Tracy Nguyen. Jadavia Noel. Mark Omenua. Taiwo Onabolu. Leanne Ordenes Gonzalez. Anita Osmani. Angela Akinyi Oma. Zoe Isabella Halstead Paddock. Jessica M. Paglia. Demetra Papianis. Keenan Brian Grant Parrish. Jennifer Prashad. Filaretti Perivolaris. Olivia Pomajba. Howard Q. Sahar Qureshi. Zoe Rajwani. Oscar Kenneth Ramirez. Sophia Reynolds. Alexmina Rishi Hasten. Shane Michael Roberts. Brandon Eric Rodriguez. Kieran William Ross. Samantha Joan Alexandra Rubel. Kira Selena. George Alexander Schneider. Leslie Catherine Schumacher. Nagin Shiraki. Nidhi Mitesh Puri Shilat. Nidhi Mitesh Puri Shilat. Julian Patrick James Shepherd. Nathan Thompson Stadig. Archa Augustus Stewart. Crystal Emma Karen Taylor. There's my buddy. How you doing? Nice to see you. Good to see you too. Adam Richard T. Bear. Jesse Toma. Angela Caitlin Tracy. Olivia Troico. Luke Hendrik Van Nogren. Charles Van Zandt. Madison Morena Watson. Sadie Ray Werner. Hello, Kendra. So nice to see you. Kendra Maisha Wilson. Mitchell Robert John Witteveen. Ariel Clarity Lawson Wise. Kira Louise McGregor Zlotic. Mata Bakhtiari. Temalua Dedepo. Nice to see you. Hamadani. Musa Jamal Hamadani. Andrita Acey. Kristen Kathleen Victoria Jevons. Sinead Angelica Jofield. Tiana Knight. Sorry. Kevin Joseph McNeil.
It's changed to a sensei now.
Okay.
Just sensei stuff.
Sensei Stephanie Angeline Mavis Stott Anglish. Sensei Stephanie Angeline Mavis Stott Pangowish. Saida Kainat Rizvi. Michael Garrick Shafarenko. Corey J. Simard. Mandeep Panu Singh. Kellen Sugram. Vinay Kumar Tapliel. Sonalika Verma. Han Flora Wu. Donya Yaramadi. Madam Chancellor, I would now like to introduce Dean Jelani Jefferson Exum from the University of Detroit Mercy to read the remaining candidates.
Madam Chancellor, the following are candidates in the dual Juris Doctor program. Stephen Joel Adler. Kara Athena Ashtrather. Ning Ji Bao. Jacob Robert Douglas Benson. Rachel Beth Binder. Michelle Kaur Brower. Christian Brown. Bahar Chaudhry. Lucia Comiso. Laura Mary DeMarco. Inver Denoa. Massimo Di Giovanni. Adam Ali Alkib. Jennifer Fahrenholt. Brandon Sean Fernando. Natalie Galashevich. Cassandra Gita. Jay Inder Singh Gagna. Michelle Gomes.
Gital Gosai. Sophia Haber. Yasmin Haidar. Romina Halan. Helena May Ward Helvovich. Megan Mary Lees Hooper. Ramisha Shaved. Guneet Singh Johar. Amanda Courtney Henderson Jones. Nikta Johari. Muhammad Khan. Echem Cook. Andrew Lane. Jeffrey Robert Legg. Noah Jacoby Lewis.
Amazing pronunciation.
Cody Christian Malloy. Alexandra Jacqueline Matthew. Rabab Mean. Mario Emil Nabut. Adam John Nangini. Serena Nezhadian. Dylan Stefan Samuel Page. Ethan Pather. David Pituanakwat. Madam Chancellor, I would like to call back Dean Badi to present the remaining candidates from the Faculty of Law.
Greer Catherine Leah Rago. Katia Ann Rowley. Sonam Sapra. Jeffrey James Cooper Sculthorpe. Anil Sadantra Segoben. Hassan Siddiqui. Effie Sideropoulos. Summer Simon. Michael Simonetta. William Harcourt Carrington Smith. Jamie Ray Sorokin. Jordana Spiegelman. Vitu Shirkantha. Katarina Tatomir. Christopher Jack Thompson. Winta T. Michael. Luca Paulo Tonin. Dante Carlo Usoletti. Spencer Timothy Walker. Amanda Marie Welton Hagen. Annie Z. Ye. Rose Alexandra Lewis. Ani Jeku. Abhishek Chowdhury. Sophia Dosa Suchia. Caitlin Danielle Drury. Stephanie Oy Brown. Perla Marina Espinal Manon. Adam John Ostermeyer. Juliana Devi Ramkisoon. Yes. 2021. And our final candidate today from the Juris Doctorate class of 2021 is Janelle Ashley Dundas. Madam Chancellor, we would ask you to confer on the foregoing candidates and also upon those candidates whose names have been approved by the Senate but were not able to be present with us today, the degrees to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the Province of Ontario and in accordance with the recommendations of the Senate of the University of Windsor, I confer upon these candidates the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled. Congratulations. Nicely done. I now invite Ken Alexander from the Alumni Association Board of Directors to the podium.
Madam Chancellor, the University of Windsor Alumni Association offers its congratulations to the class of 2022, along with our 2020 and 2021 graduates here today. After years of hard work, you've earned your university degree, and it's an honor to share the special moment with you. On behalf of the Alumni Association, we applaud you for reaching this important milestone. You've now joined a proud, strong, worldwide network of alumni of 145,000 strong. You represent all that's great about the University of Windsor. Each of you is now a UWindsor ambassador. So you ask, what does that mean? It may mean different things at different points in your life. Perhaps volunteering on an alumni committee, or attending an alumni event, or speaking positively to your friends and colleagues about your UWindsor experience. We invite and encourage you to keep in touch with us. We want you to share all of your amazing accomplishments with us, and we can't wait to share in all of your successes throughout the years. Now, armed with your degree, as Thoreau said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you've imagined. Congratulations again, and welcome to the family.
I invite President Gordon for final remarks.
How's everybody doing? So how about a final round of applause for all of our incredible graduates? Thank you all for attending the University of Windsor's 117th Convocation ceremony, actually our last this week. Dean Body invites everyone to a post-ceremony celebration in section 104 on the concourse level. So please join faculty, staff, family, and friends for an opportunity to celebrate together with light refreshments, an opportunity for photos, and for the class of 2022 to collect their Windsor Law grad gifts as well. As the formal program comes to a close, we ask that you please all remain in your seats until the procession of graduates and the chancellor have exited the arena. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations once again. Please celebrate, have fun responsibly. You all deserve it. Congratulations.
I declare the final 117th Convocation of the University of Windsor closed. Congratulations and all the best to you.